Animal extinctions may be caused by natural occurrences such as climatic heating or cooling, changes in sea levels. In more modern times, however, human activity has been to blame. Habitat destruction as farming land expands and forests are cut down is the main cause of modern extinctions, along with pollution, the introduction of alien species, and overfishing or hunting. In this video, we are going to discover some animals, those are not in the world now, but we believe their existence. To watch the first episode of Extinct Animals, click on the link in description. Golden toad. Last spotted in the forest in Monteverde, Costa Rica, in 1989, the disappearance of the golden toad has been attributed to global warming, Science magazine reports. Other scientists have since suggested that the golden toad could have been wiped out by the El Niño weather pattern, which created extremely dry conditions around the time the golden toad vanished. Carolina parakeet. The vibrant feathers of the only species of parrot, native to the eastern United States, may have helped contribute to its demise. The Carolina parakeet's green, yellow, and red feathers were prized additions to women's hats. The birds also had a dangerous tendency to flock to other birds once they had been killed, according to the Audubon Society. The last captive Carolina parakeet, Incas, died at the Cincinnati Zoo in 1918, within a year of his mate, Lady Jane. Heath hen. Once common on the east coast of America, the heath hen could only be found on Martha's Vineyard by the late 19th century. Wildfires, hunting, and habitat changes caused the heath hen's remaining numbers to dwindle, the Vineyard Gazette reports. In 1933, the species was declared extinct after the disappearance of the last known heath hen, Booming Ben. Conservationists announced in 2016 that they are working to restore the population, however. Caspian tiger. More than 10,000 years ago, these fierce tigers migrated from eastern China to the Caspian Sea, paving the way for the trade route that became known as Silk Road. During the 19th century, the Russian army was ordered to exterminate the tigers as part of an agricultural project, according to National Geographic. The last Caspian tiger was believed to have been killed in Turkey in 1970. Scientists are now working to bring the Caspian tigers back, using specimens from museums in Russia, Kazakhstan, and Azerbaijan. Caribbean monk seal. The only seal species native to the Caribbean monk seal, is the first seal species to become extinct due to human activity. According to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, European colonists hunted the seals for their blubber to provide fuel and also for food. Early scientists, who captured the seals for study, also contributed to the decline in their numbers. Their last known colony was spotted on an isolated reef off a small uninhabited Caribbean island, and the Caribbean monk seal was declared extinct in 2008. Pinta Island tortoise. The Pinta Island tortoise partially inspired Charles Darwin's theory of evolution when he visited the Galapagos Islands in 1835. Since then, the population has largely been wiped out by goats that humans introduced to the islands, according to New Scientist. In 2015, the last purebred Pinta Island tortoise, known as Lonesome George, died in captivity at the age of 100. But scientists have been working to conserve the remaining tortoise populations, and to use George's genome to find other tortoises with similar genes. Oahu tree snail. Dealing yet another terrible blow to Hawaii and its once abundant fauna, George, the 14-year-old Oahu tree snail and the last of his kind, died on New Year's Day of 2019. Although 752 kinds of snails have been identified throughout the islands, their numbers have been depleted by as much as 90%. Our world is slowly becoming less colorful, less vibrant with each loss. And only a few people are in a position to appreciate it, a biologist told Mashable.com about George's death. Luckily, there are some species of snails left to marvel at. Madeiran large Y. This small, delicate butterfly has the weighty and not at all charming distinction of being declared the first insect in Europe driven to extinction by mankind. Suffering from habitat loss, due to development, as well as exposure to agricultural chemicals, it was declared extinct in 2007. After scientists were unable to find it in the wild for a period of 15 years. Barbary lion. History books tell us that the last wild Barbary lion, Panthera leo, was probably killed in 1922 by a French colonial hunter in Morocco. But in repeating the tale of this well-documented death, the history books may have left a chapter or two out of the story, reports Scientific American. Namely, that members of the species hid out elsewhere, Morocco, Algeria, and possibly went extinct in the wild in those places several decades later. Speculation persists as to whether they exist, still, in zoos. SCHOMBURGK'S deer. We have hunters to thank for the disappearance of this large, soft-eyed ungulate, helped along by the weather. According to ThoughtCo, during monsoon season, the small herds of deer had no choice but to gather on high promontories, where they were easily picked off. The last of these deer were seen in the wild in 1938. If you are new to us, please subscribe and press the bell icon to see such videos. Share the video with your friends and relatives. Like the video and stay connected for another exciting video. Thanks for watching.